My name is Jim Wisniewski. I live here in Port Charlotte, Florida. I moved down here from New York about a year and a half ago after retiring from a career in IT for the past 30 years. And I've been working with MDRN Capital for approximately 2.5 years now. Back in 2020, I had a heart attack, and the whole proverb, your life flashes before your eyes, and it did. And I realized I may not have this much time on this planet. So that's when I really started getting serious about retirement and what I needed to do. It was very complicated. There are so many different avenues, people out there. So I started going through the interview process of looking for financial planners, some local, some not so local. And then one night while I was on social media, I came across Aaron and MDRN Capital, and for some reason he really stuck with me, and I set up an appointment and met with him, and from then, and that's how I got involved with Aaron. Prior to working with Aaron and doing all the interviews, I never had a financial advisor before. I had a 401k through my company, also IRAs, things like that, but never anybody to help guide me or direct me on what were the best investment opportunities. I was a little nervous about going with a financial planner that was virtual versus someone that was local. But after talking with Aaron and his team at MDRN Capital, it made me feel very comfortable in the fact that regardless of whether he was in Delaware or someone who was a couple miles down the road, it really didn't matter because of the tools and the equipment that he offered. There was no need for to have a brick and mortar building right down the road. Like everyone has some trepidations around a virtual versus a brick and mortar financial planner. Some people like to have the brick and mortar person right down the road from them. And again, I was a little nervous around that too. But I think what got me or made me less trepidation around going virtual was the fact that MDR was extremely responsive. I'll give an example of I don't know what to call it an issue, but I had a concern, and I sent an email at 4 a.m. in the morning, and lo and behold, within an hour, I got a response from Aaron, MDR, and his team regarding my concerns, which I didn't expect to get a response as quickly as that. So that really calmed me down tremendously with the fact that knowing that he is that responsive, his team is that responsive. You can never even expect that from somebody who's brick and mortar building right down the road from you. So again, it really doesn't matter where Aaron and his team is sitting. What made me comfortable working with MDRN Capital was his knowledge base, his responsiveness, his customer service. I felt, like I said, there was a true connection with MDRN Capital in the fact that they understood my needs and really helped formulate a plan around my needs and what I was looking to get out of my retirement years. Again, when I had my heart attack, that's when the light bulb went off and says I really need to start planning long-term for my family as well as for my retirement. Again, that's when I started going down the road of looking for different folks interviewing. Again, I had absolutely no plan. It was a very scary time in my life and wondering, am I making progress towards my retirement? Can I retire when I want to retire? And then doing all the interviews and then finding MDRN Capital on social media and sitting down, having these multiple conversations, devising the plan, fine-tuning the plan. It made me feel extremely comfortable knowing that, yes, I have the capital, the money, now the tools in place to help sustain that monthly, yearly income that I required in order for me to live out my golden years. Going through the process of interviewing financial planners, like I said, it was a very scary situation, not knowing what tools were out there. And a lot of these other folks that I did interview, it was very salesman type pitches, and they really weren't listening to my needs. Aaron though and MDRN Capital again sat down, explained in fine detail each of the different tools or processes or even the different avenues of how to invest my money and make it grow and make it sustain throughout my golden years. So that's what really sold me with Aaron, was the fact that he took the time to educate me, and his team with MDRN Capital, the same thing. They educate, not just trying to force you or put you into a tool or a money market type thing. He listened to what I was wanting to do in my retirement years, and we came up with the best plan for myself and my family. Like I said, I've been working with Aaron and MDRN Capital for approximately 2.5 years. Again, anytime I have a question, he is extremely responsive. His team is extremely responsive. When I first retired, spending a lot of money, again, we bought the house, put in a pool, did all these other things, go on vacation. vacations, and I started getting worried. And Aaron, he told me to relax. You're doing fine. I looked at my investments. They're growing nicely. So again, it's that really deep connection that his team makes you feel and makes you a part. You're not just a commodity, but he makes you feel a part of the team, and it works you through the process. The reason why I chose Modern Capital is the fact that they are extremely knowledgeable around retirement needs of the folks that are looking to retire. They're not just looking to sell a commodity. They actually feel the needs of their clients, and they know how to deal with the concerns about running out of money. Are we going to outlive our money? Are we going to spend the money before we expire? So that's one of the reasons why I chose Modern Capital, the fact that they were extremely knowledgeable in the whole retirement, even dealing with Social Security, Medicare, and all these other different avenues. They had an extreme knowledge base. As people are approaching their retirement age and they're really starting to think about retirement, I would strongly suggest that they go and start looking for financial advisors. Everyone thinks they could do it on their own, but there's so many complicated laws out there that tax laws, things like that. So first thing to do is really get a plan, start working with somebody, and don't let the virtual reality thing get in your way. Because like I said, I've been working with MDR now for 2.5 years, completely virtual, and I never had any issues. Like I said, always been responsive. Anytime I've reached out to them, they've gotten back to me within an hour or 2 hours. So their knowledge base, their extreme responsiveness, their customer service is what drove me to continue working with the team. Since working with Modern Capital for the last 2.5 years, I have become more relaxed, knowing that there is a plan in place, that I have somebody that's looking out for my best interests. And also, when I see something maybe that I'm not too comfortable with, I know that Modern Capital is only a phone call away and that they will be responsive to my needs. So I sleep better at night. I'm much more relaxed, knowing that I have a great plan in place and enjoying retirement. What was important for me was that for the peace of mind, looking forward to retirement. So like everyone else, when they come close to retirement age, and for those that don't have a plan, I strongly suggest getting a plan, finding a financial planner. My biggest fear was, running out of money like everyone else's, the volatility of the stock market, investing in wrong avenues. And then when I came across Modern Capital, my fears were put to rest. I'm able to sleep at night knowing that I have a great plan in place and that I can always work with the team to fine tune, always make changes to it. You're not locked into one thing. The team is always willing to work with you. It's been a great 2.5 years, and like I said, I'm much more relaxed, I'm comfortable, and I'm enjoying my retirement years down here in Florida.